Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled Laziness versus Discipline. All right, so this video is just gonna land back off of the video that you see here in the thumbnail. One day of laziness can lead to. Okay, so this brother went in and talked about um, how laziness, can get you basically behind and thrown off course with a whole bunch of demons. All right, so I'll just jump right into it. Sirach 19:1 says, "A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little." And that contemnant basically goes into a disregard. All right. So when you're disregarding, all right, your responsibility, so to speak, because we're out here pushing this truth. Okay. All right, we letting Israel know their sins, and we're providing edification, okay, and warning. All right, and so if you are shucking that responsibility, okay, you're contemplating small things. It says you shall fall uh, by little and little. All right, so you're gonna look up and shit. You haven't done what's required of you. This is Ecclesiastes 10:18. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. Okay, so if you have a structure, you have to maintain that structure. All right, that you if you have a house, if anybody who's owned a house, hey, you got a roof. Okay, the wind will blow your shingles off. Next thing you know, the shingles get into the underlayment. The underlayment start warping the plywood, and then the plywood, you see, it's a chain reaction. All right. The plywood starts to warp um, the rafters. Okay. Um, and now your frame is bowed. Okay. Water getting in from the inside, going down the walls, warping all kind of shit. So through idleness, all right, it says the house drop it through. So the ceiling will fall through. Okay. Same thing, you got a leak in the kitchen at the kitchen sink, and you let that leak continue to fester. Okay, so now it's going to go through the bottom of the cabinet and then into the floor. Okay, and next thing you know, your damn sink will fall through into the basement. This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, and that goes for cars too. It goes for everything, even your own body. Okay, you got a car, right? All rubber gaskets, whether it's sealing for oil or sealing for air. All right, they degrade over time and they dry rot, so you'll have cracks in them. So the seal isn't there anymore. Okay, so that's how your gasket starts leaking, or that's why you got vacuum hoses or vacuum lines, right? That that are losing the vacuum. It's the same concept. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. It says, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest." All right. All right. So the grave is the destination, right, of all of us. Okay, except for those that are gonna be alive and delivered. Okay, when Yahweh Shai returns. All right, but it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Okay, so we gotta be diligent. All right, and when we're swinging the sword, swing it hard. Okay, swing it hard. This is Revelation 3 and 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. All right. And that's definitely what we don't want. Okay. We don't want to be so lukewarm that the Lord take his spirit off of us. Slakia. This is Psalms 51 and 10. It says, create in me a clean heart, O power, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. All right. See, now that's beautiful. See, this is a prayer we pray. Psalms 51, cast me not away from thy presence. We had a brother in the camp, Magan. All right. So I want to say this was probably, maybe this was last winter, but we caught him out on the highways and the byways and called him over. And the brother basically had been, once he left the camp, the Lord clearly took his spirit off of him. And this brother was saying that he was the comforter. He said they called him the comforter in heaven. All right. And the brother was talking about going to get a pentagram. He was like, I'm going to be back. I got to go get this pentagram. We was like, don't bother. Salaki, I got an upper respiratory infection. This John 21 and 15. It says, so when they had dined, Yahushua said unto Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lambs. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all these, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep. Okay? So that's what we out here doing. We feeding the sheep. Okay? 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Okay, Paul said, woe unto him if he preach not the gospel. Okay, for necessity was laid upon him. Verse 17, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. So Paul said, regardless, hey, this dispensation or this management of the gospel has been given to me. Okay, it's been committed unto me. I have to do this thing, and this is true with all of the men of the Lord. Whatever our previous fields were, whatever we were talented in, when we got this calling, okay, this vocation, we dropped everything. We dropped everything, and we committed ourselves to this truth. No different than the disciples. They dropped everything. He said, follow me. Because what happens is you realize that nothing else really matters. Nothing else matters. This is the only thing that matters. Ultimately, literally on the earth. It's the only thing that matters. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushai Hamashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. All right, so that's so much in that. Okay. All right. So first off, all right, this knowledge was committed to faithful men. Okay. Faithful meaning what? Okay. That's gonna constantly do this work. Who shall be able to teach others also. All right. So we just seen Yahushua told Peter, feed my sheep. Okay. So we have to be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Hamashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. All right, so hey, listen. No matter how hard the job get, hey, the job is gonna get difficult. The job is gonna be long and arduous. Hey, everybody don't have the same type of job. Okay, I know there's some people they have downtime. All right, in the type of work that they do, where they can do videos all day, every day, and answer precepts all day, every day, right? And then you have others jobs such as myself. I'm in front of people 8 hours a day. Okay, so and then you got an hour commute both ways, right? So, hey, you still have to find the discipline, okay, to get this truth. The Lord knew what your job was going to be like before he ever brought you into this truth. All right, so he knew what you can handle, right? He knows you can handle it. You we have to be more and more disciplined. Okay, we have to find more ways to be disciplined, and just keep on pushing. That's really what it is. All right, we can't we can't not do the work, okay, and contending those small things and not get things done. The things still got to get done. And in closing, this is 1 Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Okay? So we're coming into the time now where, hey, you're not going to have time for your wife or wives. All right? And anything that you have, your possessions, hey, that shit is going to be fleeting. Okay? Hey, there's scriptures talk about living as pilgrims on the earth. All right? There's scriptures talking about going to the low estate, okay, and take cheerfully anything that's put upon us. All right, those days are definitely coming. All right, so this has just been a kind of like a land back off of one day of laziness. All right, all right. So this video provoked unto good works. All right. So I pray that this lesson has been edifying to the next one. Shalom.